Hey guys, Archies here. So this video is going to be, Red Fat King, they announced he's being coming for free for everyone because they're going to give a copy to everyone for free. And this is, a video towards, should you invest in him? What is he good for? Is he good? Is he not good? Red Fat King is a decent unit for one thing and one thing only. And that is if you care about having CC. Like in your guild, you have the, show off your CC, you have a certain rank of CC in your guild and a certain rank in the world. If you care about that, then yes, you should invest in the Red Fat King and try to get him 6 out of 6. Red Fat King is a unit that's really only good for CC, right? He's not really good for any PV events. He's not really good for PvP. There's no good teams for him. He's not really good there. He's just mostly good for CC, right? But, I'll explain in a minute about CC, but let's get into his the actual unit itself, right? Starting off with his passive. He removes all debuffs on him from the start of every turn. So, that's actually a really good passive. It's actually really good. So you can't be, so all debuffs get removed. Goddess stuns, freezes, attack, tilt notices, defense stats down. All those get removed, right? So, if you want to try running for like a meme or something, you can. He has a good passive. His cards, it's a AoE that fills his ult gauge, right? It's 150%, 180%, 300%, and then it fills ult gauge starting from rank 2 and up. It's a decent card. It's just Fat King doesn't do that much damage. So you won't be doing that much. But it does fill his ult gauge, so you do get his ult faster. His second card is a HP, it's a recovery card. He heals all allies according to 100% of his attack, 150 and 250, and then rejuvenates. Rejuvenates is recover and equal to 6% of recovered HP at the start of every turn. So this is really good. It's that it's the Liz card. The Liz card that heals you, and then every turn, turn after that, it for multiple turns it just gives extra HP to you, recovers even more. So this is a really good card, right? Because especially in PvP, this could actually be decent. Because, you could heal everyone, right? And then you get damage done to you next turn, so the heal's just gone. But when it goes back to your turn, you rejuvenate, you heal more health, so you get back up higher to reduce the damage that you took. So honestly, he doesn't have bad cards or bad passive. It's just his stats aren't the best, right? Like, he has kind of low stats. Low crit defense, low crit resistance, low crit chance, low crit damage. Regeneration's, doesn't really matter. Resistance is low, only 20%. Pierce rate's low. He doesn't have the highest of stats. And honestly, these are some of the lowest stats in the game. But, as you know, it's attack, defense, and HP that, equivalent to what CC has. And he has one of the highest CC in the game. Like, not here, it doesn't show, but, like, overall, his CC is one of the highest in the game. I do have the list. I don't actually have the list, but I have the list that I showed in this video, and it shows the Red Fat King there. But let's look at his ult. His ult is a single target that inflicts damage equal to 566% of attack on one enemy, and it decreases the defense-related stats by 40% for 2 turns. The defense-related stats stay the same, but the multiplier goes up, right, all the way to 840 without association. But if a Hellbrim associating goes up to 960 to max, right? It's a decent ult. Like, in all honesty, his ult and cards and passive are decent. It's just there's no good cards, no good teams for him. It is all of his stats, all of his substats, absolutely suck. So you won't be actually like getting a lot done with him in PvP. He has good association units, except that his his one that gives his ult more damage. I don't know if you heard Aiden in the background because he's yelling right now. I wanted the mic to pull up to see. A Hellbrim association to get this little extra damage gives him regen, but regen is not good. And regen is one of the worst stats in the game. In all honesty, it is. You won't be noticing it ever, unless like a regen is so absurdly high that you always are like at Red Escanor. Red Escanor's regen is insanely high because of his passive, so you notice the regeneration rate that you get. But for some like, you know, any other unit in the game, you won't notice regen that much. So this is not a good stat to buff. Overall, he's a bad unit unless you're like one of those people want to go for CC. Now, let me show you the top units in CC, right? This is my old video. You know, yeah, Red Escanor, you know, Goddess Liz, Green Escanor, Lost Vein, Green Droll, Tarmiel, Red Zealous, Red Estarossa, Blue Droll, and then you have Red Fat King. Red Fat King is really, really good for trying to get that, you know, high CC. He's also in the part 1, I think he's on the part 1 banner. He's in part 1, part 2, I'm pretty sure he's part 1. So, you know, you're going to get a lot of those tickets, so you have a good chance to actually pull multiple copies of him, right? So you pull multiple copies of him, you get him 6 out of 6, you know, you're going to have an HP defense set, gear set that's UR'd for King, because of Blue King, right? So you have that HP defense UR gear set, right? You just put that on him, you have him 6 out of 6, you have all of his costumes, of course you have the Max's costumes as well for the high CC. You're going to be hitting that really high CC range, right? That 55,000 CC range. You're going to hit that, and you're going to be, you know, in the top of CC if you care about that. That's only if you're going for, like, trying to get the top CC in, like, the game or in your guild. If you don't care about that, he's basically a unit you shouldn't invest in unless you just like Fat King. If you like Fat King, go ahead, but, I mean, he's basically a meme unit in PvP. He has one use in CC and that's it. What about the other kings, right? Let's mute this. What about the other kings, right? Well, Blue Fat King's down here is number 19, right? And Green Fat King is 16. So, someone like me, I've already put a lot of ult into Blue Fat King, 5 out of 6. He's only like a 300,000 CC difference. So if you already have a Blue Fat King and you already have like a lot of dupes for him, your Green Fat King a lot of dupes for him, it might be good just to go and invest those because it is only like 100 CC. Though, because like in all honesty, 100 CC is not that much. It won't make that much of a difference unless you're like Seaton and you're going for like the top of all. I mean, he's also, another thing about CC to worry about, right? The reason why he's so good as well is because all the Fat Kings, you invest in all of them, your box CC will go really high, and you know, box CC, the higher you have box CC, of course, is the HP buff, right? I think it goes like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7%. That's actually a significant buff to your health, so that significant buff will help you in ungeared and geared PvP, right? So like in geared PvP, you'll have like 170,000 HP with the HP defense gear as you are. Well, if you have that higher HP buff, that HP, you know, 7% of 170,000 is almost 17k, right? So that's a much higher amount, and that can save you in the end when you're in a PvP match or not, if you're getting attacked. So if you do care about CC, your box CC and, you know, your team CC, right, for like, you know, rating stuff and box CC for HP, I do think it is a good investment to try and 6/6 Red Fat King. And, you know, just invest in the Fat Kings in general because they're high CC they are, they'll help your box CC. So investing in the Fat Kings in general is still, it's just a good idea. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!